All right. So 3 years ago, I was at work, and there was this girl that was a CDL driver. She was driving a truck. And she was walking with some Crocs, and she had some, like, beautiful heels. I could see the heels in the Crocs. Like, ooh, they're shining and glistening.
Oh, they did.
So I'm like, hey, how are you? Like, I normally don't try to talk to people that at work. But I'm like, nah, I had to get her information. I had to get her number. So we were talking, and then she goes, yeah, I live here. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to travel to you. So I was just like, is it possible to see your feet? And she goes, she's like, I don't mind, but why? I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, they were looking delicious in them Crocs. And I just wanted to see the full thing. And she goes, oh, well, they're not done yet. But when I get them done, I'll let you know. So, all right, cool. Then she comes around and goes, well, I was hoping that you volunteered to get them done since you want to see them so bad. I was like, I'm not that pressed. I just want to see them. Like, I just want to see what I'm working with.
This is why he got tricking.
So I was like, how about this? I'm not going to force you. I'm like, we can get them done. Just let me know. And, if you want something, I'll send it your way. But I'm not paying for a full mani-pedi or whatever. So I'm like, just get them done. Let me know, and I'll pay to see them. Okay. So then it was like every time, it was like for like 2 years straight, it was just constant. Oh, get them done. No. Get them. I want them done. Okay, we'll get them done. It's like she was trying to basically say, pay for them and I'll send you a picture. And I'm like, no, I'm not paying them like for feet. So then, Tuesday. Now, when my girl sees this, she might get her way. But on Tuesday, out of the blue, she goes, it's my birthday and I didn't want you to think that I'm always bluffing. And she sent me a picture of her feet. She found, after 2 to 3 years, she finally sent me a picture.
That's when she found somebody else to pay for them.
And it was just like, when she sent it, I was so disappointed.
Oh.
Because it was like, she did the dashboard and the hands on the nail,
right, she did the whole...
The dashboard where and it's like...
The matching petty.
Yeah, and it was just like, and the way, when you put them on the dashboard, they spread a little bit extra. And it was just like... They were default white, which... Any guy listening, white French tips. That's the only thing you need to make to thrive. But
not all white. French tips.
French tips or white. Either, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just like, that's the default. Like, she did it, and I'm like, oh, she did the default, but then I started paying attention to, this toe, and it was just like, so she texts me and she goes, oh, so you're not going to say nothing about it? I finally did what you asked and you're not going to say nothing? And I was just like,
yeah,
I was like, the build-up and suspense wasn't worth it. What? Don't you come at my feet? Blah, 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 blah. I did something nice. I'm like, they're not ugly.
You just
it's just that the time that I should have seen, I would have been more lenient.
Right.
But because it was 2 years of me asking,
now
that I see it, I'm like, it's not worth the wait. And it gets me to this point where it's like, I don't have a foot fetish.
Yes, you do.
But, okay, well, 7% of me loving you or wanting to deal with you.
Your feet have to...
7% consists of your feet looking presentable.
Absolutely.
And it's like...
That's with all men, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like, do you guys care about feet? Like, I just want... As long as you take care of them, I'm fine.
Yes.
But it's like... And also, it's like, I know you can't control the bone structure and all that stuff. But it's like...
At least try.
Just try. But... I don't have a foot fetish also. I have a soul fetish.
No, you
have the heels.
The soles are the bottom of them.
Yeah, but like the...
Yeah. I love me some soles.
Yeah, because if they can't be all dry, cracked.
Don't be dried and cracked.
Callous, they better not.
And then if anybody ever asks, like, the soles, why? Let's go back. A young Ray Sean. 2001.
Oh, Lord.
First grade. CCC lab.
Oh, wait, whoa. CCC lab. Shoot.
It was a teacher. She wasn't even doing it to be sexual. She would just take her feet out her slides and just just fold them up, and them soles are
you know. Oh man. I can't really I've actually been in your position.
She just fold them soles up. They go from either white to pink to white or red to white.
That was the reason why I, have a foot fetish. Not gonna lie, guys. Foot fetish. And on top of that is the reason why I like older women, period.
Because of the wrinkles in their feet?
No, because the foot fetish and older women, it's always your old school teachers that you like more than anybody else.
True. But yeah, she used to just fold them, wrinkle, and I would watch it. And it was just like, and I didn't know what I was watching, and it was like, I was feeling something in my loins.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what it was. It's just the way she would fold her feet. So like, that's how I started a foot fetish. Now, 2000...
you just admitted it.
Yeah. 2009 was when my foot fetish ended. Because I was in U.S. government, and there was a substitute teacher that decided to wear flip-flops. She barely had a middle toe. It was just all, they were funky. And it was over the top like this. And she sat beside me. Now, normally, when I see feet...
You immediately look to see
you
what
look.
It like, yeah.
But the moment I saw hers, I said no. So for 90 minutes...
She had turf toe.
She had, I don't know what she had.
She had that.
But for 90 minutes, I literally was like, don't look.
Toe.
90 minutes, I'm like, don't look, don't look, don't look. And then, like, actually, my foot fetish ended, but I still love soles.
Yeah, you still like feet, then.
Yeah, at least if they're done up, I still.
It's still a fetish, I don't care. Still a fetish.
Sarge, are you a foot guy?
I don't want them to be hammer timed up. I don't want I don't need no bunions or nothing like that. I'm not looking for that. I want some pretty feet, but I'm not, what was it, Eddie Murphy, I'm not boomeranging it. I don't need to.
It doesn't make or break, basically.
Exactly. However, they do have to look good. I'm not putting a ugly toe in my mouth.
Yeah, I gotta want it.
Also, this is, go ahead.
Now I was gonna say, that my wife, she doesn't like. I guess I got this thing where I like just messing with her and walk by her when she's got her like feet up, and I like stick my finger between her toes. She hates that.
Yes.
And I think it's funny. One, because she don't like it.
Yeah.
And I just want to go, hey, come on, I want to. I just want to do this with her toes, with my fingers, and she doesn't like it. But I think it's more of.
You get a kick.
I get a kick because she don't like it, and I'm like, come on, I just want to.
Yeah.
If she let me do it all the time, then it wouldn't be special. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be like,
He would get the reaction that he's looking for.
And then I'll be like, okay.
Oh, get off me.
Yeah, and then I'll be like, okay, it's not fun no more.
Yeah.
Not that, I don't do it just to, but I'm not it doesn't make or break. I'm not, I look at feet, I'm not, I don't notice feet. If I see them and they messed up, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you what I can't stand with feet. I hate when they get them Lee press-ons on them.
Oh.
Because my sister... Yeah. Oh, I don't like press-ons.
My sister come to the house about 6-7 years ago.
Oh,
and she said, you like my toes? I just got them done. And they were fake nails. And to me, it looked like she could climb a telephone pole with no hands. She could have just climbed up there and just hung with her nails on it. Because it just does not look like the chick from a SWV or whatever that had the real long fingernails, but they were on her toenails.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it.
Yeah, no.
Now let's talk to our resident foot expert. Go, you got
it's your
4
time
minutes to talk about feet.
They gotta be. You gotta take care of them for one. And yes, I'm with Billy with the whole. They can't be just. Yes, I have a foot fetish, but yeah, if I'm looking at somebody, everybody at work, and they come in, they look at it. The first thing that my eyes go to is your feet. If you got them out, I'm looking. If they bad, I'm letting somebody know. Do you see that shit? Look at them. They look better than that. Come out here with these flip flops on.
He says that a lot.
Real quick. Oh my goodness! Now when somebody I love short, stubby toes.
Yeah.
Now and I also love a fat foot with short, stubby toes.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. See,
but
not bad.
Somebody came in one day with short, stubby, because they had an interview at the job. And I'm like, yo, she got some pretty feet. But he goes, oh yeah, they cute. But her pinky toe is sticking out the sandal, and that's a turn off for me. I'm like, and then I looked, and I'm like, because it was like hanging on his own.
And that's all it is.
And that's all I saw. And I'm like, he pays attention to detail.
Yes,
I'm like,
absolutely.
if they're French tip, I'm a sucker. If they're
Yes.
short, as long as the middle toe is the longest, and the rest are like longer than the big toe, and then the rest are short, I'm cool.
Yeah.
And it's like, but he goes, no, that pinky toe is sticking out the sandal. He disqualified her.
Yeah.
So you like you don't want the big toe to be the longest toe.
No, I'm cool with the big. Now, actually, what I really love is a fat big toe. A fat big toe.
Yeah, not the long skinny ones. They gotta be. The nail is gotta look. It's gotta be good. Like
just a fat meaty toe. Where it's like, cause I like sucking feet too.
Yes.
And when I said that big toe, I wanted.
Yeah.
Well, I want my mouth full. So then.
Pause.
Then I love where the rest of the toes are like chubby, like they got some meat on them.
Yeah.
But it's funny because the girls that only to me they're my unicorns.
Okay.
They're my white unicorns.
Mm-hmm.
There's a select few girls that have that foot that I just love.
I've noticed
It's
what type of feet he likes.
Yes, and but the problem is those girls are the most hurt, painful, attitude-ish, and I'm like, I just want to suck your big toe.
Yep.
No,
Every time.
I watched my wife work on her feet for a lot of years. You know how much, there's a lot that goes into feet.
Damn right.
Yeah, she takes the thing and she like the sandpaper and says it's not sandpaper, but you know the
she
stuff.
got that,
she
got that little,
the
emery board.
Yeah, she
board.
Yeah, she goes around all the edges and everything.
She makes them all.
The toenails, the feet, make sure that anything, and then she lotions them all up.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Me personally, do you need some help with that? That's how I know what an emery board is, how to use the clear nail polish, all that.
Now, how about now? You like feet? How do your own feet look?
Oh.
Do you just?
Oh, I
just leave your my feet are ugly.
I ain't gonna lie.
I take care of my feet too because I got a foot fetish.
I clip my toenails, but I got some crack. I
clip my toenails. I mean, I do have some rough edges, but I ain't got no cracked heels or no discolored toenails. That's for damn sure.
Shoot, I look at my foot and I'm like,
my foot's
I will say because they're not done up and all that stuff, but they're fat and chubby. Yeah, so if they were a woman, or if I was missing 2 ribs like Charles Manson, and hey.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, just making that foot right in your mouth. Yeah.
Woo, all right now. Here we go. Now we're talking. Now we're getting into it.
But yeah, there was that one day. This is how I noticed that I've actually picked up on his whole foot fetish. Because the girl came in, I mean, them feet were beautiful. They had the French tip. They were French tips, and they weren't none of that press on crap. You could tell that they were the actual toenail. Girl ugly as shit. You remember this? The girl ugly as hell. He's like, wait, she does have a fat ass and beautiful feet.
Beautiful feet.
Damn, bitches were beautiful. They really were, but she was the ugliest thing. She spent more time on her feet than she did her actual face.
I have to say I would not, if somebody comes in or I see somebody, the feet is the last thing that I look at.
No.
I'm not worried about the feet until...
I start from the
feet
bottom.
Is the first, because I feel like if you can take care of the bottom, if you start from the bottom and work your way up...
Then
Nah, because I look here first. I look here.
But if you here and all this look good, you got that lace front, everything glued down right, your eyelashes is popping, and then we get down and you got this with the overlap, big toe.
Yeah, turf toe.
God! Now, what the world? Would you run out of money?
I'm not, that's y'all's thing. I'm not that big. I mean, I'm not knocking it, but...
I mean, I do take, what comes with it sometimes if they have a good personality.
Don't let feet make or break the relationship, but at least just look and be like, okay,
we can work.
We can work. If you take care of your feet, then I can take care of the rest.
Yeah, we can work.
There we go.
Yeah, we can work on it.